All right, welcome everyone to the City Council meeting for Monday, March 25th, 2024. If we could have a roll call, Madam Clerk, to establish a quorum.
Steve Holofield.
Here.
Harry Meyer.
Here. Autumn
Sleen.
Here.
Terry McClung.
I'm here.
All right, if we'd stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, get a motion to approve the agenda as submitted.
So moved.
Second.
Any additions? Hearing none, all in favor of the agenda as submitted, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, get a motion to approve the minutes for March 11th.
I move to approve the minutes for March 11th.
Second.
All right, Mr. Meyer made the motion, Mr. Holyfield seconded. Any corrections, additions? Hearing none, all in favor of the minutes as submitted, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, so moved. This brings us to the vacant council seat selection. At this time, if the council so wish, we can go into executive session to discuss the qualifications of the candidates.
I'd like to make a motion that we go into executive session.
And I'll second that.
Okay. Is there any discussion? All right. This motion is for discussion of the candidates for the city council election. So all in favor, signify by saying aye.
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 Any opposed? All right, so moved. At this point, the candidates and citizens will go upstairs. We will convene into executive session at this point. That's right. That includes you too.
Oh, yeah.
All right, everyone, I'll get a motion to adjourn the executive session.
I move that we terminate executive session.
Second.
All right. Mr. Holyfield made the motion to adjourn the executive session. Mr. Myers seconded. Any further discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right. Get a motion to move into a regular session.
I move that we move into our regular session.
I'll second.
All right. Mr. Holyfield made the motion to go into executive, or go into our regular session, and Mr. Myers seconded. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, so moved. All right, at this point, clerk will hand out some ballots.
Which one? Ranked
Choice
or
rank.
regular?
Choice ring.
Ranked choice?
Yeah.
I am too. Nothing here.
Thank you. Oh, that's a big ballot, huh?
And be sure to initial the ballot at the bottom of the page.
We have a place to sign.
Well, yeah, we have a place to sign.
Can I hand this back to you and let you pass it down without looking? Don't look at me.
I got done first, so I get a special award or something. Extra point.
Okay.
All right, we're missing one.
Nope, I got it. Alrighty, it looks like Ward 1, Position 2, we got 4 first position votes for Susan Gruning, so that's who will take Ward 1, Position 2. It looks like we got another overall winner, Ward 2, Position 1. It looks like David Avanzino has 4 first preference votes. Somebody come on up.
Yeah, okay. If y'all want to come up, and we'll go into, if you'll get a motion to adjourn for a few minutes, I'll swear the
Motion to adjourn.
Get a
Second.
second? All right. And I'll swear new council members in.
Let's vote on the motion to adjourn.
Oh, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Sorry.
Mr. Mayor, if we could, it's kind of out there, but I think we can do it. Can we amend the agenda so we can go ahead and do our,
Yeah, when we get back into session.
oh, we're not there. Oh, we're still not there, are we?
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, I'm still on vacation, or, I'm in adjournment, are they? Yeah,
The Twilight Zone.
yeah, that's for sure.
Amend the agenda for the CAPC.
It's right here. You don't have to amend
Oh,
the
okay.
agenda. It's right there.
That's got it. All right, it's already on the agenda, Mr. McClung.
Pardon me?
It's already on the agenda.
Okay.
Yep,
Can I make a motion that we go back into the meeting?
absolutely.
I so do. That
Second.
motion.
I so second.
I don't think Mr. Holyfield beat you. Mr. McClung made the motion and Mr. Holyfield second to go back into regular session. All right, congratulations to both our new city council members. Our next item of business is,
We get a vote on that.
all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, so moved. Next item of business is we do have some vacancies now on the Planning Commission, and we also have a vacancy on the City Council, or CAPC, City Council seat, which we will take an application. Mr. McClung?
I'll make a motion to reinstate Mr. Avanzino.
Second.
All right, Mr. McClung made a motion to nominate Mr. Avanzino, and Ms. Slane seconded for the CAPC position representing City Council. Any further discussion?
Does he want it?
Yes.
Well, that was quick. All right, not hearing any further discussion. All in favor of Mr. Avanzino being council representative on CAPC, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? So moved. All right, and under Parks, we have a review for Mark Ingrams, which has been renominated. Mark Ingram.
I move we appoint Mark Ingram, or reappoint Mark Ingram back to Parks Commission.
Second that.
All right, got a motion and second to reappoint Mr. Ingram on the Parks Commission. Any discussion?
He's chair right now, so hopefully.
He is the chair and done a good job. So, hearing none, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right. All right, now it's time for public comments. Please limit your time to 3 minutes.
Ferguson Stewart, 7 Harvey Road. Mr. Mayor, council, and I'm glad to see a full council again. So great, congratulations. I'm here for a couple of things. First off, I've talked about how well the city's functioning. And I have to read something. I'm going to be as brief as I can because I only have 3 minutes. So, but there was a comment put on a local business that just it's about ready to open, hasn't opened yet. McAllister's, the Irish Pub. So one of the things that's interesting is what he stated of the treatment he got from the city. He says, before we list the names below, we must personally thank the city building inspector, Jacob Colburn. As we all know by now, he does everything by the book, which means by code. And I think we can agree some things don't make logical sense, but it's code, and we must be a reason. All year long, the inspections, all the advice, all the things, we feel he went above and beyond from being just a city building code enforcer. And it makes me feel better knowing our building is safe for everyone to enjoy. Thank you, Jacob, for your professionalism and going the extra mile in being our building inspector. So, and also, Ida, you got mentioned in this review as well, and the mayor. So great. So I just want to tell you, if we've got businesses, because before it was a fight. I don't know if you remember years ago, it was a fight. But now we've got business owners saying, thank you, city. So I want to say thank you, city. So also, we have a broadband meeting coming up. I was on the mayor's broadband task force, and so we have the state road show, they call it, coming up on Thursday, the 28th at 9 a.m. to 10. So if you have interest in finding out why we're running fiber optic cables from Berryville to Eureka, show up at the meeting.
Where?
Right here at the auditorium, in the basement here. Okay, and the other thing is, I've also, one of the other hats I wear is an officer in the Masonic Lodge. And so annually, we do a Masonic breakfast. And we'll be doing a Masonic breakfast starting at 8 a.m. Till 11 a.m. on April 20th. So anybody interested, it goes to our scholarship funds to help kids, Eureka Springs High School only, gets them into college. It's a $1,000 scholarship. We give out 2 every year. So we'd appreciate anybody who shows up. You want to buy tickets from me? I'll be in the audience all day. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, Fergie.
R.J. Josephine, 60 Steel Street, and Mr. Mayor, esteemed council members, and all fun-loving residents of Eureka Springs, I bring you tidings of great foolishness. And I invite you to join me Monday, April 1st, at 1 o'clock at Mojo's Records, 123 Spring Street, as we will assemble for the 3rd annual All Fools Day Parade. And we will parade from Sweet Spring to Basin Park. And it's truly the People's Parade. There are no sponsors, there's no conveyances, there's no floats, but there will be candy. And there will be fun and great foolishness. So I invite everyone to come along, leash up your dogs, leash up your cats, and unleash your inner fool. And come celebrate with me for All Fools Day Parade. Monday, April 1st, 1 o'clock at Mojo's, and we will parade at 2 o'clock. And it may well be the first time I've had a police in front of me rather than behind me, and I like that. See you there.
All right, any further public comments? All right, I think those were good ones. All right, that brings us up to unfinished business. Get a motion to discuss the sewer testing update.
Motion to discuss.
Second.
Here, Mr. Avanzino made motion and Ms. Holyfield seconded to sewer treatment update. Or sewer.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Congratulations to you two for getting on the council this time. So I really don't have a whole lot of updates on the sewer progress right now. We did submit our application for the ARNC funding, so we're waiting for that to come back. Aside from that, everything's just running as normal as could be for right now with what we're dealing with. You guys have any questions?
How are the water leaks going?
That's the next topic, sir.
We already know about the sewer plant.
All right, is any further questions on the sewer plant discussions?
It smells.
All right, hearing none, get a motion to discuss the water leaks and remediations.
Motion to discuss.
Second.
All right, get a motion to second.
All right, so we've been making some really good progress on the water leaks. If you notice that leak over by the end of the Ozarks, it's not leaking out of the pipes like it was before. So what we're doing right now is they're just replacing the large piping that's in that area. I'm hoping that we'll have that kind of wrapped up towards the end of the week, maybe beginning of next week. We're going to have to do some concrete work, so the plates are going to have to be on there for a little bit, but we'll do the concrete work and then get some hot mix to fill in those holes and be out of that area. Once that's complete, the C4 is going to be moving to the top of Plainer Hill to pull those new service lines across that feed the Queen Anne and the bank. I don't think that'll take very long to get done. And then I'm probably going to have them move on to Main Street. We have a leak at the transit depot next door to the City Hall. It was leaking before, but it's leaking again. So I think what we're going to do is replace that entire service line to go to that transit building and just deal with the whole thing as an entirety. That way we don't have to deal with it again.
So that's not the transmission line on Main Street. It is the service line?
Yeah, it's a service line to the...
Good.
Yeah.
Okay. That's great.
That's right. Yes, sir.
Simon, quick question about the leak in front of End of the Ozarks. Those steel plates, they're going to be there for a couple of more weeks, I'm guessing?
I would assume by the end of next week they'll be gone.
Do we have any signage for motorcyclists that are rounding that corner? And I know I see a sign, I think it says road work ahead, but nothing that says caution, slippery, metal, wet, whatever.
No, I don't believe we have any signs up, but I'll contact C4 and talk to them.
Because I've seen a couple of cyclists almost eat it right there, those corners.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I'll have some signs added. Yes, sir.
Do you have any idea what our water leak percentage is right now?
No, the reason I don't is because so in January, our percentage was high, our sold versus purchased. But in February, our numbers were different because the billing cycle was longer than what it typically is. So I don't really have accurate data to provide you. It'll probably be next month, probably, before I have better numbers for you on that.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
What about the upgrades on the meters? I know we had some problems there with overbilling and such.
Right. So the issue that we had with the meters, and we tried to catch them all that were abnormal, but some slipped through the cracks, unfortunately. So when they set the meters up, they set them to read by the gallon, and when they set the antennas up, they were set up to read by the 100-gallon. So Core and Main has been here in town recalibrating all the antennas to read by the gallon. They haven't been here. I don't think they were here last week or this week yet, but they're supposed to be back Wednesday. We also have about 400 or 500 antennas that haven't been installed yet, so they're actually going to take care of those while they're here too. The contractor that was doing antennas just never showed back up, so hopefully we have all that taken care of by the next billing cycle.
Okay.
Anyone else? All right, Simon, thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, that brings us up to our new business. Next item on the agenda is the on-demand transit service. Motion to discuss.
Motion to discuss.
Second.
All right. This is something that Madam Swain kind of was wanting to do.
Oh,
So this is our on-demand
it's me, Smitty, I'm sorry.
service that you were talking about for customers or for clients or
Yeah.
your employees.
Yeah, this is something we've been looking at for evening service.
Smitty, you might speak up a little bit to the microphone.
Sorry, I'll speak into the mic more. I'm kind of. It's something we're looking at for evening service rather than have the full fixed routes running the whole time, which is cost ineffective. We're looking at on-demand. What basically on-demand is something the feds have come up with for transit agencies for situations just like this, where it's not cost-effective to run full routes, but we can act sort of like an Uber or a taxi. And the feds have allowed us to do that. Ozark Regional Transit has been doing this since COVID. And I talked to Joel Gardner in length about his service. They have 20 vehicles dedicated to on-demand, and they service Bentonville, Rogers, Springdale, Fayetteville, the whole area. And they use an app, which we'll talk about in a moment. But what I want to propose to the council and get your approval, I just need your approval, no resolution like that, is to start an on-demand service as a pilot program, mainly on Friday and Saturday nights to begin with. I don't know if you have the handout. It's in your packet. Run from 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. The 11 p.m. is, we'll look at that. If it needs to go a little later, we can go a little later. But the reason to start at 6 is because our fixed routes stop at 6. Except on Saturday, we run until 8. But like, keep confusion, we'll keep running it on demand at 6. Now, this will take care of some of the employee problems we're having, who need a ride, parking issue for employees who work downtown. Also, we've had many calls about people who want to ride a trolley to the Passion Play, but because we don't run that late, they're stuck there. So that might be another area where we'll get some ridership from the on-demand service. So like I said, this is a pilot program. If it is successful, we'll expand it. Whether we go more nights or even during the day, we'll have to look and see what we need. Being a tourist area, I don't know if it'll work that well during the day. We already have the trolleys. I don't see need in having both. Ozark Regional loves it because they're a commuter community, and it helps them get people where they want to go. And this is premium service, so they have to pay a little more than the fixed routes do. We're going to currently use vehicles we already use for our demand response service, which means these numbers that we generate are going to be reported to the state and also to the feds because we're using their vehicles basically. So we'll have to report those numbers. We're going to start with 2 employees. One employee will be in the office to take phone calls, and that employee then will radio to a driver where to pick up and where they're going. We're going to limit this to the service area to approximately the fixed route system, which is basically the city limits of Eureka Springs. We're not going to extend outside the city limits. If there's an employee who lives outside the city limits, we ask them to park someplace on the edge of the city. We'll take them to their car then. That way we only have one zone to worry about. We're going to charge $6 per person per ride. Payment will be required before they ride. And we're going to equip the drivers to collect fare with cash, also with a credit card. Don't have a credit card machine to take a fare there. All rides must be arranged by phone. The driver will not be able to make any arrangements with people on the bus. So basically they have to call, tell them where they are, where they want to go. That's only what the driver can do. Anything else becomes another issue with the feds, so we have to keep that. Only one pickup and destination per call. So if somebody wants to get downtown, they have to call us, we'll take them downtown. But they can't say, okay, come pick me up at this time. We'll say, no, we can't do it, you need to call. And this is going to be first come, first served basis. There will be no reservations taken for this service. And like I said before, we're going to develop our database to record the miles, the rides, and the hours in service, and these numbers are then reported to RDOT, who then reports them to the Fed or DOT. If this becomes a success and we begin to expand it, we'll look into an app. Ozark Regional uses VIA app, and they take care of everything. That basically eliminates the person in the office. Everything's done through the app. The app will come in and notify the driver to have a pickup where they are and where they're going. Problem with this app is, and it's the cheapest one out there, is $600 per month per vehicle. So we have to make this be a success in order to do this. Ozark Regional Transit, like I said, has 20 vehicles, and they pay $12,000 a month for this app for their service. But like I said, Joel Gardner, the director, loves it. They're seeing a lot of revenue out of this. So I'm here to answer any questions you may have on this. And like I said, our start date will be May 3rd. We'll run this through probably end of October as a pilot program.
Mr. McClung?
What do you need from us, Mayor, to get this done?
I think all we need is
All we need is your approval.
a
Say
resolution,
yes or no.
just a motion.
I make a motion that we approve the on-demand transit pilot.
Second.
I think
Is that you?
Ms. Lane had a
Mr. McClung made a motion to approve the on-demand transit, and Mr. Avanzino seconded. You have a question?
Is it just regular vehicles, or what are you driving? Are you driving the big?
Well, we have 4 vehicles we use for our share ride. 2 are Dodge vans, which are handicap equipped. The other 2 are our new small buses we got. Neither one require a CDL to drive it.
Okay.
So basically, all we do is approve somebody who has driving skills and make sure they can drive. And pretty much anybody can drive these vehicles, as long as they. Like I said, the small buses are a little bigger, but because of the passenger designation, they do not require a CDL. Those are the only 4 vehicles we're going to use. We're not going to use the trolleys. Yes, sir.
Is just curious, are the transit drivers allowed to take tips?
No, they're not. They're city employees.
Okay.
And we had a discussion about that at our orientation, but don't take a tip, because you're not allowed to take a tip, and don't lose your job over a couple of bucks. So,
Is there a way to convey that we're rolling this out? Newspaper ad, Facebook messaging?
yeah, we're going to do some publicity on it.
Okay.
And get the word out there and get the number out there. Maybe get with the downtown network and see what they can advertise it for us also, so we can advertise the on-demand system that is there if somebody needs it. It's just not for one particular group of people. It's for anybody who wants to ride it. As transit, everything we do is open and equal to everybody. The committee can't limit by certain population.
I have one more thing. I cannot thank you enough, and Mr. Mayor, you as well. I can't thank you enough for this. I know I've been hounding you and begging and harassing you nearly about it, but I think this is like so important. And if we can get the word out, I really think that you're going to see some great results.
Hope so, and this would be the most cost-effective way to do it.
Yeah, I think we'll just see.
And on-demand, correct.
Yeah.
Now, it may cause some
That's
issues with
great.
people who provide the service, but if they provide the service, why are people coming to me for it?
Right.
Okay, so that's my thinking on it, so.
Thank you.
But that's we'll do it first, and we'll do it this year, Friday and Saturday. In October, we'll review it and then come before you and say, it didn't work, we're not going to do it anymore, or we want to expand it.
Good enough.
All right, any further questions? All right, we've got a motion on the table. Mr. McClung made a motion to approve the on-demand transit, and Mr. Avanzino seconded. All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
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 Any opposed? So moved.
Thank you very much. Congratulations to new council members.
We will start putting it on our Facebook and city webpage and
Right.
get the word out on our part.
Because of we had an issue with our map maker stopped making the map, so we had to find another option. So our trolley map is actually being delayed. It's going to be on our trolley map. So
Okay.
it'll be on there too. So.
And we can discuss some more tomorrow,
You
10
bet.
in the morning. All right,
Thank
thank
you.
you. All right, that brings us up to our next item on new business is a resolution for a temporary entertainment district for Blues Fest.
Motion to
May
discuss.
31st. Mr. McClung made the motion to
Second.
discuss, and Mr. Amazino second. This is a temporary entertainment district establishing entertainment district for downtown during Blues Fest from May 31st to June 1st. There's a map, I think, in your application that shows the limits. Basically, it's up Spring Street, straight down through to Chelsea's at Mountain Street, and then comes back up Center Street, down to the auditorium, and then circles back around Spring Street and back up again in that area. So it's a limited area entertainment district for the Blues Fest. Through there. So,
I see the map, and it looks like the stairs going down to the New Delhi are in the entertainment district, but the New Delhi is not in the entertainment district.
No.
And they're listed as sponsors, so I'm wondering how that,
well,
From what I can see, it's included in there.
well, it's not a very good map.
well, it's a small-scaled map, but they are included in the service locations. So, and of course, they also have access up on Spring Street. So
They do have access
Maybe
on
that's
Spring.
what
I think what they're trying to do is limit it to that area of the New Delhi and the stairs going into the New Delhi and just the restaurant portion to make sure that they're not going across the street or going up
On
Main Street.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That could be them right there, basically.
So, the map could have been a little bit wider at that point.
Oh, yeah, okay. Then what's, oh, that's going to Missy's.
That's, oh, yeah.
That's going to Missy's.
Yeah.
Yes.
I make a motion to approve the Blues Party,
To read the resolution for approval?
to read the resolution for approval for the entertainment district.
Okay, very good.
Second.
All right, Ms. Slane made motion to read sign the number and read for approval. Mr. McClung seconded. Any further discussion?
Do all of the participants understand all the rules?
Yes.
You can't buy a drink at one place and carry that drink into the next place?
Everybody that has an ABC license knows those rules.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
you can't even carry an outside container into a restaurant.
That's right. That's right. But I know somebody in the past
But yeah,
came here with outside containers and said, see, my people come in, so why can't we have an entertainment?
it's true. It's true.
All right, we need roll call.
Terry McClung,
Yes.
Harry Meyer,
Yes.
David Avanzino,
Yes.
Autumn Slane,
Yes.
Steve Holofield,
Yes.
Susan Gruning.
Yes.
All right, thank you.
Resolution, assigning resolution number 855, a resolution to authorize a temporary entertainment district and establishing standards for its operation for Eureka Springs Blues Party. Whereas prior ordinances of the city of Eureka Springs, Arkansas allow the creation and governance of temporary entertainment districts, and whereas application has been made for a temporary entertainment district to be granted, and whereas the mayor required department heads of the city of Eureka Springs, Arkansas have reviewed the application and found it appropriate to forward for city council consideration. And whereas the city council of the city of Eureka Springs had made a comprehensive study of the application and its requests. Now therefore be it resolved by the City Council of City of Eureka Springs, Arkansas, Section 1, Purpose and Intent. The purpose of the entertainment district is to promote hospitality and tourism within the city and to highlight restaurant, nightlife entertainment, and hospitality options for tourists. Section 2, location. The temporary entertainment district shall be located downtown Eureka Springs, Mountain Street to Center Street, to Spring Street, to the auditorium crossing Main Street, back to Spring Street, including Basin Park, returning to Mountain Street. Section 3, dates and times hereby permitted: Friday, May 31st, and Saturday, June 1st, 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. daily. Sorry, that's 2024. Section 4, identification of participants. Those persons who wish to possess or consume from an open alcoholic beverage container within the district or enter the district from an alcoholic beverage permitted establishment with an open container shall first obtain a wristband that says Eureka Springs Entertainment District. Approved beverage containers will be any non-glass container with a capacity of less than 24 fluid ounces. Section 4, permitted sound. Live amplified sound, including music, shall be permitted under the following restrictions. Music can only be performed and or played from the hours of 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Stage or broadcast area shall be located within the fenced area. Sound produced shall not exceed 85 decibels. Section 6. Applicable state and local laws. All laws and ordinances not addressed herein shall remain in full force and effect. Section 7, removal of alcoholic beverage from the district by participants. Shall be unlawful for any person to remove an open alcoholic beverage container from any entertainment district. All unfinished quantities of alcoholic beverage must be properly disposed of prior to participants leaving the temporary entertainment district. Section 8, Police and Fire Authority. Nothing in this resolution prevents the Chief of Eureka Springs Police Department or the Chief of Eureka Springs Fire Department from suspending the operation hours of any entertainment district, if necessary to comply with local, state, or federal law or fire codes, or if necessary to protect the public health, safety, and welfare.
All right, thank you. All right, our next item is another temporary entertainment district for the Spring Fling, April 18th through the 21st. Get a
Motion to discuss.
Second.
All right, Mr. McClung made the motion, Mr. Holyfield seconded. This is a temporary entertainment district for basically up on Pine Mountain Village, 5 acres up and through there. They've had several entertainment districts up there before, usually during the Spring Fling and sometimes during the car show or something. So this is, it will be within and in that area again. So, Mr. McClung?
I'd like to make a motion that we sign this resolution to number and read it for passage.
Second.
All right, Mr. McClung made the motion to assign number and read for passage, and Ms. Lane seconded. Any further discussion? Mr.
I did
Myers?
go by there the other day, and they put up fences on the back there. They've got that
Done a lot of
pretty
work.
well organized. I think that's the best place for these sort of things.
So these dates are correct? 4 days, 18th through the 21st?
Yep.
Yeah, 18th through the 21st. Thursday through Sunday. Any further discussion? Hearing none, we'll read for approval. Or voice vote for approval.
Autumn Slane,
Yes.
Steve Holofield,
Yes.
Terry McClung,
Yes.
David Avanzino,
Yes.
Susan Gruning,
Yes.
Harry Meyer.
Yes.
Assigning resolution number 856, a resolution to authorize a temporary entertainment district and establishing standards for its operation for spring fling event. Whereas prior ordinances of the City of Eureka Springs, Arkansas allow the creation and governance of temporary entertainment districts, and whereas application has been made for a temporary entertainment district to be granted, and whereas the mayor and required department heads of the City of Eureka Springs, Arkansas have reviewed the application and found it appropriate to forward for City Council consideration, and whereas the City Council of the City of Eureka Springs has made a comprehensive study of the application and its request. Now therefore be it resolved by the City Council of the City of Eureka Springs, Arkansas, Section 1, Purpose and Intent. The purpose of the entertainment district is to promote hospitality and tourism within the city and to highlight restaurant, nightlife, entertainment, and hospitality options for tourists. Section 2, Location. The temporary entertainment district shall be located at Pine Mountain Village, 5 acres of paved retail area. Section 3, dates and times hereby permitted, Thursday, April 18th through Sunday, April 21st, 2024, 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. daily. Section 4, identification of participants. Those persons who wish to possess or consume from an open alcoholic beverage container within the district or enter the district from an alcoholic beverage permitted establishment with an open container shall first obtain a wristband, and beverages will be served in pre-packaged cans. Section 4, permitted sound. Live amplified sound including music shall be permitted under the following restrictions. Music can only be performed and or played from the hours of 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. Stage or broadcast area shall be located within the fenced-in area. Sound produced shall not exceed 85 decibels. Section 6, applicable state and local laws. All laws and ordinances not addressed herein shall remain in full force and effect. Section 7, removal of alcoholic beverage from the district by participants. It shall be unlawful for any person to remove an open alcoholic beverage container from any entertainment district. All unfinished quantities of alcoholic beverage must be properly disposed of prior to the participants leaving the temporary entertainment district. Section 8, Police and Fire Authority. Nothing in this resolution prevents the Chief of Police of the Eureka Springs Police Department or the Chief of Eureka Springs Fire Department from suspending the operation hours of any entertainment district if necessary to comply with local, state, or federal law or fire codes, or if necessary to protect the public health, safety, and welfare.
Thank you very much. That concludes our agenda for tonight. So we do have agenda setting if you want at this point. Yes, Ms. Lane.
I want to talk about the trash bags again. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to everybody, really. But I think we need to revisit it. I've gotten so many people responding, needing more bags. So
we'll just put it on the
yeah.
agenda. All right.
Absolutely.
You want the yellow bags back?
No.
And somebody
No,
wants
I
the
think we
yellow
gotta
bags
just
back.
try
All
it.
right.
Let's just try again.
Old bag.
I know it. Oh my God. I'm sorry.
All right, anything else? All right, at this point, city council comments. I'm going to start off with Mr. McClung.
Welcome to the council people to this came on. And welcome back to David. It's nice to see a fresh face on here with Susan, and it's just good to have a full house again. And I also want to thank all the others that put their names in the hat for these positions. It's great to see people willing to volunteer and for the community, and just because, I mean, we only had 2 spots we could fill, so there's plenty of other things to volunteer for here in town, so please step up to the plate and become a part of, and you know, if you want to give this thing a shot again, we have elections in November, and so it's your town as well as mine. So.
Yes, filing is in August, so you can have that position on the ballot with your name on it in November if you file in August. It just takes, I think, 30 signatures from qualified voters here in town, and please do. We like a full ballot.
I just want to say, yes, thank you to everybody that applied. I was absolutely overwhelmed with the candidates. So it was a hard decision, but I'm glad with who we chose. And welcome back. And welcome, Susan. Thank you. Spring break was awesome for us for the businesses, so I'm welcoming summer.
First of all, I do want to say thanks to all the others that put in applications for the council. It really is good to see, especially when you've sat on commissions that have like 3 people and you're wondering where everybody is. So thank you all. Also want to thank the City Council for putting me back on. Having faith and trust in me is really appreciated, so I appreciate that. I look forward to continue fighting for our residents, both on the city level and the state level, like some of us did last year. So we need to continue that and continue the fight, especially when it comes to short-term rental situations. Sue, I want to welcome you on board. I know that we've had our differences, but hopefully we'll be able to work together and for the betterment of the city. So I look forward to that. And also, Simon, if you're still here, I know he darted out. Thanks for all of his work in getting these leaks fixed and everything that he's doing. So thank you.
Our next CAPC meeting's this Wednesday. We have a workshop at 4:15 and a regular meeting at 6 as usual. And David will be back on. Welcome back, David, to City Council and the CAPC. Welcome, Susan, to the City Council. Thanks to everybody who applied. It was a tough decision overall. I do want to bring up one other thing. I talked to Mrs. Schuman, 33 Alexander. I know there's nothing the city can do about this couple's house being flooded with sewage due to a sewer line clog. But our heart goes out to them and what they're going through. They're living in someone else's cottage right now, trying to raise the money to fix their house. So I encourage our neighbors to give money, help these people out as much as you can. It's really a bad situation for this people.
There's an accounted equity. There's an accounted equity for them.
There's accounted equity, and other people are raising money for them as well. But I plan to give money myself. I think that's it.
Susan?
Okay, thank you, council members, for having the confidence to put me on board here, and I will try my best, David. I'm sure we will do fine. And to the other applicants, there are other places. I know I'm on planning still, and we need somebody on planning. Sorry for the rest of the other organizations, but I'm trying to get a full house on planning too. Mike? Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Well, like everyone said, I want to thank all the various applicants that applied for this. I was real pleased to see as many people interested in participating in the city government as they did. And as Mr. McClung mentioned, we still have a lot of other commissions that need help, and so please don't be discouraged, and please apply for one of the other positions. The parks, planning, all of those are important, and help. We need all of you to help with the city, and that's what it takes, all of us together to make this city work together. And speaking of which, you may have noticed this nice award up here. This is the award that we received from the winning the first place in the 2024 City Cultural Diversity Award from the National League of Cities. And to my knowledge, this is the first time a national award has been received by Eureka Springs. And we're proud that our cultural diversity is recognized by the nation. As National League Council President David Sanders says, this year's award holds special significance as the NLC celebrates 100 years of strengthening cities, towns, and villages across the country. Your leadership in promoting inclusivity and diversity as a core value of your city is an essential step toward cultivating more equitable and inclusive communities all over America in the next centuries. So Eureka Springs, you need a pat on your shoulders for doing this. It's up to y'all. We couldn't have done it without you, and I'm so proud of Eureka Springs and how we treat one another, and I know we'll continue on that way. So also want to remind too the City Council that our executive session is a private executive session. That's only within the executive session, so keep that in your mind. There are other activities coming up that I want to encourage people to attend. As mentioned, I think Fergie's still here. The Broadband Country Roadshow, Thursday, March 28th at 9 a.m. to 10 a.m., the lower level of the auditorium right here. The Arkansas Broadband Office is hosting this gathering to provide a progress report on what they're doing to ensure all of Carroll County residents receive high-speed and affordable broadband service. This is a time to have your voice heard, ask questions, and find out what you can do to help get Carroll County connected. We all know we have issues with our broadband, and when you go on the map, it shows that we're all connected to broadband. And we all know that's not true. So this is a time to come back and talk to those people and ask questions and see what's going on. I'm real excited. There's a lot of money that's going to be spent the next year or two for broadband, and hopefully Eureka Springs and the areas will start getting better service, because we all need that to promote for our growth. Speaking of parades and things, we got the Celebrate Jesus March 29th and 30th with music in the park from 11 to 5. And then the Jesus Parade, March 30th at 2 p.m. And the Easter Sunrise Service will be March 31st at 7 a.m. up at the Passion Play. And downtown Eureka Springs Easter Egg Hunt on March 30th and 31st from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. And it'll be egg hunting from Basin Spring Park up to Quicksilver Gallery. So that should be a lot of fun. Bring your children out and look for those eggs. Also, as mentioned too, we got the All Fools Parade, April the 1st, 2 p.m. gathering at Mojo Records across the street from Sweet Springs, Rogues Manor. And it starts there and goes down to Basin Park, again at 2 p.m. on April 1st. Spring Diversity Weekend is April 5th through the 7th with Diversity in the Basin Park on April 6th, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. And then, of course, we're coming up with our eclipse, so we've got a lot of activities. We got the Ring of Fire Solar Eclipse activities. We got the Ozark Mountain Soul Festival, the Great American Eclipse Edition, April 4th through the 8th out at the farm. And then we've got the Moonlight Before Eclipse Concert, April the 7th at 7 p.m. here in the auditorium. That should be real good. I'm looking forward to that. And then we've got, you can go out and watch the solar eclipse at Turpentine Creek on April the 8th, noon to 2:30. And the nearly total eclipse of the park, April the 8th, again, noon to 5 p.m. out at Lake Leatherwood. And eclipse at Pivot Rock on April the 8th from 11:30 to 2:30 at the end of Pivot Rock Road. So a lot of things coming up, and looking forward to our summer coming along. So with that, I'll take a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Get a second?
Second.
And all in favor?
Indeed.
Thank you, guys.